What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Tyler here with Tarver Academy. I'm so excited you're here. We're gonna learn some math today. That's what's up. Okay, so I'm gonna read the problem to you. You give it your best shot, and then I'll work it with you. Sound good? Cool. If f of x equals 4x squared minus 5x minus 5, and g of x equals 2 to the x power minus 4, then what is the value of g of 6 over f of negative 5? That's a doozy, okay? So pause the video, give it a shot, and then we'll work it together, see if you got it right. Cool, okay, here we go. So now this problem looks a lot more complicated than it is, okay? I promise. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna break it up. There are two equations right here. So we've got this one, this is our f of x, and then we've got this one. This is our g of x, and we actually got three equations, so we got this right here. Now, we've got our g is on top, and then our f1 is on the bottom. We're not gonna worry about this equation, but we are gonna use some information that it gives us. So right here, it says g of 6. So I'm gonna look at my equation that has the g of x. That 6 is going to replace the x in this equation, okay? So what I wanna do is I wanna take this equation right here, and I wanna use the number that they're saying, put that in for x. So it's 2, and then my x is a 6 to the 6th power minus 4. Okay, so I'm gonna find out what that answer is. So 2 to the 6th power, so it'd be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. I need 6 2's, boom. So 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 16 times 2 is 32, 32 times 2 is 64. So that's 64 minus 4 equals 60, okay? Now, that means that when I plug 6 in, 4x right here, this actually equals 60. So I know my top number over here is gonna be 60. Now, I'm not done. I've only gotten halfway there. A little less than halfway actually. Because now I have to do the same thing for f of negative 5. So I'm looking at my f equation up here, and I'm gonna erase this so you don't get confused. I'm gonna replace this x with what they're telling me to replace it with, which is negative 5. So I'm gonna take my equation, and I'm gonna replace everywhere I see an x with negative 5. Now here's where a lot of people will mess up. Whenever you have a negative and you're replacing a variable with that negative, make sure you put it in parentheses so that you do it correctly, okay? And if you type in your calculator, it's a very common way you can mess up, so pay attention. So everywhere I see x, I'm gonna replace that with negative 5 for my f equation. So 4 times negative 5 squared minus 5 times negative 5 minus 5. Wow, they could not have made that more complicated with all the negative 5's. So I'm gonna do this by order of operations, and I wanna simplify it. So first thing I gotta do is square this. Now, here's where a lot of people's calculator will fail them. You ready? If you put this in, if you just go negative 5 squared, it's gonna tell you negative 25. That's wrong, okay? Because I wanna do the parentheses, so I wanna do negative 5 times negative 5. So if you're putting in your calculator, put parentheses, negative 5, close parentheses, squared, okay? Or in your head, just know negative 5 times negative 5 is positive 25. So 4 times positive 25, and then I can go ahead and do some math here. What's negative 5 times negative 5? Positive 25. And then minus 5 is still there. I can simplify these. 4 times 25 is 100, plus 25, minus 5. 100 plus 25 is 125. 125 minus 5 is 120. Okay, so I'm gonna put that over here. This has now been replaced with what that replaced with negative 5 is equal to. Now, can I simplify 60 over 120? Yes. We know that simplifies to 1/2. And that's our answer, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. You just learned some math today. Hope that was helpful. Well, that was not very smooth. I'll see you guys later. Please subscribe if you want. Y'all be good. Peace.